And if you're in New Zealand, good morning. I think it's about that. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning for some of you, or 6 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, hope you're well. Welcome to, this is the Cafe Clairvoyance Tuesday show. And wonderful show I have tonight for you guys out there. Always love sharing the stage with my very good friend and wonderful medium, Helen Grady. She's coming on in just a moment. And I think first of all what to do is just to start off the show with a few little tunes, a little bit of chit chat, and then we'd better get Helen on, haven't we? Yes, I know what you guys are like. You're so impatient. Okay, so you guys out there, if you've never experienced a mediumship show before, this is just how we introduce this. Mediumship is connecting with the spirit world, and is connecting with loved ones, friends who have passed over, and because they want to come through, as any of us would do if we passed over. And there is as we call it here, we go into a different dimension. If we're able to get into that and communicate with that dimension, of course, like we would want to come back and say, hi, I'm here, still remember you, still can see you. And they tell us here a lot of things that they can see going on our lives, almost from like a third dimension, if we call it this way. And but they don't have emotion. They don't have the bias that sometimes we have as a human. So this is where they're able to give something across with more clarity. Lovely to see so many of you guys come on tonight. Helen from Suffolk says hello. And even Emily say hello, Deborah, Phil, Deborah, and Helen. How nice for you to welcome us all. Anyway, good evening to you all. Okay, so yes, so tonight is purely mediumship, So talk about mediumship, doing live readings for you guys and sharing the stage, and have a good laugh with my very good friend Helen, because we have such a giggle, and I hope you guys laugh too. If you don't, oops. But yeah, we have such good fun, and yes, so. Oh, come on then. We get her on now. There's me doing all the talking and stuff, and you're going to think, yeah, come on, get on. And actually, just before that, guys, you do this. Yes, please share. Please do everything out there to share the show out to the greater world. For example, we're also on YouTube if you want to come in through that. By sharing it live, other people get to see it. It's a free show. So we ask you to do this if that's okay with you. And tell everybody about it. And each week we notice more and more people are coming on. So it's absolutely fabulous to see. Bev Angus, good evening to all. Yes, good evening to you, my lovely. And yes, hope you guys are well. Right, come on in. I think it's about time. Come on in. I'll just go and find out where she is. I think she's just running up somewhere, just finding out where she is. Yeah, here she comes. Yeah, come on. You near it. That's it. Open the door. That's it. It's just behind us. That's it. Coming through the door. That's it. And welcome, Helen. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Philip.
Only my mother calls me Philip. I feel like I've been told off every time I heard that. Every time I hear that, I think, Philip, what have I done now? Good evening too. So you've just arrived back in Spain, haven't you?
Yes, I came back on the 2nd of July. It was the only first one to get back.
Ah, lovely. Well, it's lovely to see you back. Lovely to get you back here. In fact, yes, it's gorgeously hot down here, but it's also just been rainy, so now it's hot, muggy, and everything. But I'm sure you're in sympathy up there north, in the cold parts of the world. I'm sure you're all sympathetic. Anyway, so let's have a little chat. Let's have a little chat here about mediumship, just to help people, show people what we do here. Yes, Laura says hello from Norfolk. Very good evening to you. As does Carmen wants to say hello to you, Helen, and say hi. I don't know why she calls you Ellen, but she just called you Ellen rather than Helen. Anyway, never mind. That's all right. You'll answer to both. The answer to both. Depend on every glass of wine we've had. Okay, so mediumship. How would you want to explain this yourself? And then we can have a little chit chat about this, and then crack on there. How would you explain this?
Explain what mediumship, as in giving messages and things.
Yes.
As like the old-fashioned operator, like you see on the films. Remember in the old films where they plugged one person into the other? Well, it's like spirit will give me, because I have a spirit, a message, and then I will pass the message on to the recipient, who's spirit. So it's like spirit to spirit, and you're just like the conductor, like the old telephone exchange where they plugged in one and plugged in the other, and we listened in with the earpiece, and that's how I see it.
Yes, I would say almost exactly the same, is that we're in that pathway between a middle dimension, and some of us have got this very clearly. Some of us have to work on this a little bit. But like you, Helen, I don't ever remember having anything to do with this earlier on in my life until I bumped into it, literally, which was back in about 1984. 1984. And I think for you at some point here, I think as well, you bumped into it in your life.
Yeah, definitely. It was a friend that took me to a spiritualist church, and I went for a bit of a laugh because I didn't really understand it. But when I started going, I realised then that things that I used to do as a party piece and a bit of a laugh, but that was in mid-20s, late 20s, I started looking at things differently.
Yes.
But as a child, I don't remember. The only thing I can remember, which is weird as a child, is when I used to go to bed, I used to think there was a wolf knocking at my window, which I suppose you'd all have daft things as children.
I kept seeing funny shapes at windows. Funny shapes at windows. I just wondered what on earth it was. And yes, I think that was it. I think this. Yes.
4 or 5.
Okay, yes. So we all get now. I think all of us here get some impression at some point in our lives that lets us know there's something out there which is beyond normal comprehension of consciousness as we think logically. We all know there's something else out there. So when you work as a medium here, one of the things here that blocks a medium is ego. And we've got to lose ego, and that's when you're up on a stage, you're entertaining. One of the things you need is to be a bit of an entertainer, bit of an engager with people. Well, that could be considered as ego. However, it's having a very natural effect in that, but then being open to work with the spirit world and to bring messages through like this, which is where I think we're able to work in that dimension and do something to help people. And as you say, I see it sometimes like a washing line, like a line that goes up through a pole up into the other dimension, and messages come down through to me, come down my left side, and I see them, sense them, hear them, however it's engaging, and then I can communicate out to people what the message is. It's funny, isn't it, though? I think, do you ever get that feeling when you're actually working in a show, when you're working a show or anything like that, that when you get a message for someone, would you sort of feel that you know exactly who it's for?
Not all the time, no, just the odd occasion. Sometimes if it comes very fast, I give the information, and once the recipient who it's for can say, I can take that, I'll know it's right, because it's like a jolt. It's like a connection like that. I don't very often go to people and say, can I come to you? Because spirit makes me work for what I do.
I hope you get paid for it.
Sometimes I've been drawn to people and I've said I've had to come to you, but not all the time. I firmly believe it's how the spirit gives it to me and how it's wanted to pass over.
Okay.
To people. Some people work different than others.
And it's interesting because I totally agree. Sometimes I can go up in front of an audience and say, I'm coming straight to you, sir or madam. And sometimes I've got to say, okay, I've got this spirit here. They give me their name and I'll come out to you guys in the audience who takes this. And sometimes it's great when 3 or 4 people put their hands up in the air and say, yes, I could take that name. But then you give more information, then those hands go down until you're left with the last one who the message is for. And yeah, it's amazing, interesting. I must admit, doing this show has been such an eye opener for both of us, because we've never worked in this way before, and it was just like, this is either going to work or it's going to crash dive. And luckily, you guys who feed back to us let us know it's worked. It was working. So as we work to get messages over there, what we're actually doing, we're working to get those messages across to either someone who's a loved one around you, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's someone who didn't make it into this world, for example, here, like a miscarried child, or even the grandfather that you never met but still is there. So it's there because the bloodline is there, or maybe just a friend who someone else is. So we ask you to be as open-minded as possible when we try to work with the readings here. And yes, hopefully that helps you out here. Hope it helps you out. Yes. All I require, now what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to focus a lot on colour. And because I like working as an aura medium. And by that, I pick up colour. Colour, then spirit comes through colours. I like that energy. You're going to work your way and just see what happens and just have a hoot of a night. Yeah?
As always.
As always. As always. As always. As always. Yes. Mighty good spirits out there, I'm sure. And the alcohol-free ones.
Yeah. And the thunder and lightning's outside. So
oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I hope it doesn't affect the old... actually, sometimes it's nice, that, isn't it? When you get nature like that, the thunder crashing. Oh, I love it. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. There we go. Loads of your questions coming in. So we're going to start in a minute. We're going to start with just warming up, opening up, and see what actually starts to come through. Laura would like to know, love and spirit world, think of my health right now. Kind of like, we are a little bit careful with health because we're not doctors. We can give energy, we can give colours, we give things like that there, but we can't give diagnosis and things like this. Natalie's going to be asking, says, my colour is yellow, am I getting onto the right path? We're just going to jumble these up here and just see what comes up here. Before we started here, I was going to start this out here. Bev is already on the line here. I believe that she's already. I'm just looking for Bev. I just saw her here come up earlier. She's down there somewhere. And yes, okay, yes, she's up there somewhere. Anyway, Bev, just to say to you here, she's actually coming here. It's Bev Angus. Hello, Bev. Just looking for your name. It was on the feed here earlier, and hello, Bev. That's it. Just keep waving whilst I'm looking for the feed here. Don't stop waving. That's it. There you are. Good evening to you, Bev. And she actually wrote in just before, so because you wrote in, we'll give you this heads up. But to everyone else here, I think you're just joining in on the feed, and we're just to have a really good evening, passing loads of messages and have a really good time. How's that? Right. Right. Also, just before I start this, please go onto Cafe Clairvoyance Facebook page, and also onto Cafe Clairvoyance website, and also philgriggs.com. But Cafe Clairvoyance Facebook page, because Deb has written, the producer, which I'd just like to give a little round of applause to the producer, because she works like a mad woman in the background. She runs up and down with all these messages and everything. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, she's giving all the messages up and down the line here, but she works a lot of the background as all your messages start coming through. And just helps us there get all this stuff sorted. So fantastic. But yes, she's actually written a blog on the websites there. So please have a little read. I know that she'll be tough to bits that you read it or commented on it. But it's a little bit about us, and she's going to do that every Monday. Every Monday you'll find a blog coming up. The Monday blog, the Cafe Monday blog. There you go. Rather than reading the newspaper, wherever it is, you can sit down and read a blog. How exciting. Right. Okay. Let's go on to, now I'm just going to shout out this. Bev Angus. So I'm attracting you out to the universe, stressing you out to the spirit world. Bev Angus, good evening to you all. She said, her question is, she's finding it hard to settle back in the UK. That's all it is. Settled band in you. I haven't got a colour yet, from her, but we just got settled back in the UK.
I
And
got green, Bev.
you got green.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll go green. All right. Go green. Now, I'm going to get my glass off here because that's it. Glasses come off. Now it's business.
I can't see anyway.
Really can't see anything now. Luckily, I can. But right. Okay. So I'll feed through on the news feed and just see what comes up here. Now, Bev, as I'm talking to you here. Right. I want to come straight into a gentleman here. I want to come straight into a question very well here and say that I've got a gentleman who wants to come through for you, but I do not pick up his father. No, I pick up a gentleman who's on a different level. Now, would you understand here, Bev, if I started talking to you about a younger man who passed away? He's fairly old, but not that old. Not that old here, maybe a little bit older than you. And but he says here there was a lot of health issues before he passed over. And as he's coming through to me, he wants to say to me, there's a lot to do with weight issues. There's lots to do with heart issues. There is lots to do with a lot of problems around this man. And he passed into world of spirit. And if I'm thinking about green, getting more, I've also got a lady here who wants to come through who's on your grandmother's side here. And she just let me know that she's there. She just let me know she wants to come across. So Bev, as I'm working here at the moment, I just want to say that this gentleman is here. I really pick up his energy. He's very, very happy to come over. He says to me here, he was hard work. He was heavy going when he was alive, and but he's all right now. He just wants to say here, everything is okay. Everything is all right. So he's here. He's coming through. He wants to let me know he's there. And if I was to look for a message here to say where he's going, I don't pick up that there is a need at the moment. I just heard the name Harry up there as well. Harry, I'm not saying it's this guy I'm talking to, but I just pick up something's coming up here around you, Bev. And just pick up the name Harry. And also here, I would just like to say this guy's not giving me the impression that there's a move any other way in a location yet in July. But more thoughts and ideas may well come into a little bit later on in the year. Now we talk about August, but actually, even if you try to do something in August, maybe ideas and maybe plans, but nothing's going to come to fruition yet until I pick up. You get towards the end of the year. Till you get to the end of the year. That's what I pick up. It's the end of the year that the energy about moving and where you're going is going to be better. That's going to be interesting. I still get a lot of energy with this. I still get a lot of, I'm not aware how this has got to work itself out. Still a load of issues here. He's telling me here. He says you got this issue, that issue. It's not saying it's all wrong. It says it's all right, but it's the plans. It's the plans. That's what I would say here. It's the plans. So yes, would you like to add anything, Helen? Do you get anything at the moment that you would like to add, even if it's not anything to do with this gentleman I'm picking up at the moment?
Well, I'll tell you, every time I'm in the bathroom, it's something.
Every time in the bathroom. Hang on,
I just heard Bernie, and I said, "Who's Bernie?" And I was told, "No, not Bernie, Bernard, dear." And it was a gentleman, and he was showing me that he'd lost weight before he passed. And I'm getting a lot of Roman Catholic around this gentleman. And now he's showing me again the colour green. So I'm being told, I think this is for this, Bev, because I've been told that don't be so emotional and you must not go back to where you was before. He's showing me a pair of crutches now. Now, whether it's symbolic that somebody needs a helping hand to do what they want to do, or I don't feel he was on crutches. He just passed me the crutches. So that's help is on its way. Whatever it is, I'm not being told what it is, but help is on its way in the most unusual form than you think, but mustn't go back to where you was. And as the gentleman comes through, he does bring a young man, but I have to say a boy, a man boy. Do you understand what I mean? He wasn't quite a big toughy man, but he was a man boy who passed to the spirit world, who was close with Bev. Because it's just said Bev.
Okay.
She often thinks of him. And also, I've just had a big teapot saying, "Oh, I love a cup of tea. I love tea in the morning." So
Yeah, I get quite a few of them up there. I agree. Yeah.
A tea belly, not Bev, but the person who's bastard spirit, because it's like in a hospital teapot. You know that when they used to have the great big ones, it's poured in loads out, so it was a bit of a tea belly. I've just had the name Maggie shouted, not Margaret, Maggie. I've also had Mary, and I've been given tulips. Yeah, no other flower, just tulips, I'm being told.
Tulips is symbolic to the sign of Aries.
Oh,
May
I
well
don't.
be to do with March. March, although they come out in May. May, June, aren't they? I've got this now. As I'm talking here, Bev, I've got this gentleman at me. I'm looking at round glasses, very round glasses. A gentleman looking straight at me, and they're also saying to me here they're working things out on paper. They're asking you to write things down to put it onto paper, and how you're going to process this through. But I agree what Helen's saying. It's not yet, and how you're working things through. But it will take its time, but it's towards the end of the year. Now, would you understand here, part of the reason why you feel you're blocked here is also because of work. There just could be a work block, like feeling here that you're not settling partly because of work and what you could do in front of you. So hopefully that helps there a little bit. Please give a little bit of feedback.
Can I just say that the name Colin was shouted from Spirit and was said, "Go for it, girl." So whatever it is she's gone for, he's saying, "Go for it."
Yeah, yeah.
Just copy the message.
It's brilliant. I just get towards the end of the year is where everything starts to happen, but the plans start in August. Good. Okay. Let's have a little troll through the feed. I'm going to go right to the top and just work our way down. I'm going to have a look here. Right. Bev says, "Okay, thank you. That's very nice of you, Bev." And where are we going now? Let's just have a look down here. We'll just take it from the top. Right. And I've been told I mustn't sing. Must never ever sing or give out funny questions. And right, okay, go Hammond. Let's come over to you. Hello, have a question. Will my business get better and better? Colour yellow. Colour yellow. Go Hammond wants to go. She's telling me here. She tells us here. Her question. My business. Let's have a little think here. I'm just fumbling and feeling through here and just seeing where we're going. And if you want to go with the start of this, by all means do. Colour yellow. Gail, have a question. Will my business get better and better?
Well, I've just had the name Teresa shouted out. So if it's for this lady, with you mentioning her, and with Teresa, she's saying, and trees are not always green. So I'm being now shown woodland with lots of trees in, but there are no green leaves on them. So it's as if, you know, when you have a forest fire, right? Tell this person, whoever it is, that it's Teresa from Spirit that's speaking, to saying, keep the fire in your soul, keep the fire burning. Because if you don't keep the fire burning, nothing will go right. You have to go through the rough patches as it is. Even though you think when things burn and they're destroyed, they're not actually. Sometimes you have to do that before you come up. Stop worrying and just go with the flow. Now then, I've just had Mary shouted out here.
That's what I was going to say. Mary.
Yeah, Mary's just come to me now, and that she's making me lean forward. So, and I want to say, a professional, she thought about the words before she spoke them. Something like a teacher. Now, whether Mary was a teacher or she used to teach people things in life, do you understand what I mean? Now, oh, she's just put a big Buddha down. And as I see the Buddha, it's for concentration, it's for focus. So this person needs to focus a little bit more and stop thinking, oh. You just need to focus on where you're going, what's going to happen, and take it as it comes, the pace that it comes, and not trying to rush and rush and rush and rush. I have the name Stephen shouted from Spirit, thought it was mine because my brother's there. So when I say my brother, whether the name Stephen and the person has a brother in Spirit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
brother.
You've answered everything I was...
Robert. Can I just... Robert, and strangely a name, Timothy.
Yes, yeah. Now this is interesting. I think you're spot on what you're saying, about what you're doing, about you've got to keep on one track here. I've actually got Gail. I've actually got here. I haven't got your loved ones here. I've got a spirit guide. Spirit guides are different from your family. They're not related to your family here. But the man who's with you is like a big black man who was in life hundreds of years ago. And often we find here that it's big. But I almost pick up a man here who was like a warrior, but he was also a man here who learnt to survive by the power of his mind. Learn to survive by the power of his mind. He is saying here, and this is interesting here, would you understand, Gail, here says that you do not need to look out there at everything's going on. Exactly as Helen was saying is, oh, I've got to think about that, go here, go there, da, 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 da. No, it's about being in yourself and being calm within yourself and let everything take its time in front of you. It will all work fine. The needing to be at peace, the needing to be in stability, the needing to find being your own self-love, and that's the big thing I say there. I think it's yellow is a lovely color, but it's very it's very bright out there, chatty, communicative. Oh, I've got to do this because they've said that means I've got to do that. No, you don't need to say anything from like anybody else. It just needs to come through as it does.
Can I just say, I've got somebody here singing "One Day at a Time."
Well, yes.
So obviously, it's for this person to take one day at a time, because he said, "One day at a time, sweet Jesus." You know, it's an old song, that. So take one day at a time.
Your spirit guides are saying to me here, from taking the one day at a time, from taking your steps, the magic happens later on. It's steady, steady, steady. And don't measure your abilities to anybody else. Focus on yourself here. Great. This is lovely, 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 lovely energy this evening. It's great, great, great. Okay, right. Let's go and have a look at Laura Graham. Laura Graham comes in. She's gone for the colour lilac. Now, as soon as I get the colour lilac, I want to get to a lady who just jumped straight in beside me. I know you've said Mary or Margaret, so I've also get exactly the same here. We like the that sort of energy to do it. Like I've got this very strong M, Mary, Margaret. It's very strong in this energy. What do loved ones think in a spirit world health question? We're very careful with health because we can't diagnose health. But one thing I can do here is work with the energy of this. But one thing I'm being shown is from this lovely lady. Would you understand here that you've got to up your alkaline, which is up your vegetables, and down the other stuff. Here. This is one of the first things I'm picking up here. You're getting lots of information from the spirit world, and it's all jumpy. Similar to Gail in the back there, who is looking at a working life where she's connecting in front of her. I'm also picking up here to do with your world in front of you, to do with your spirit life, to do with your own spiritual energies and where you're going for yourself here, is to, you're the boss here. You've got to take control, take more control here, and you'll do yourself a lot of justice here. I also pick up here because they're also wanting to say to me, yes, they also want to say to me that they're really happy. They just want to give you a lot of happiness. They'll give you loads of, they've just shown me here. Maybe you understand this. Would you understand they're very pleased about a baby? Very pleased about a baby. They just give me a baby. So I don't normally go too much into babies, things like this, but I've got, and would you understand a baby? I believe it's a baby girl. So they want to give me a baby girl. They're just smiling at me, here. And also, I would like to say here too, there's someone here, I believe is the name of Leonard. And I want to go to a chap who worked on something to do with engineering or something very big, but it's steel, very big steel. This chap's just walked in as well. And he's showing me here. He loved his shiny shoes. He was always keeping his shoes super shiny. He loved his shoes, and he loved showing his shoes off to people because they were so shiny. And this guy here wants to come through, and he's just given me a card here. A card. Now, would you understand here too? Would you understand too, Laura, about what a connection this is? Would you understand a child that had a lot of problems? And in fact, I almost get a feeling, I'm going to say this, I get a child, I get a grieving card to do with the child, which is gone. It's way gone, way gone. I mean, last year, year before, whenever. But they're giving me a card to say a child that passed. Would you understand this? Would you understand this? And it may not be associated with you. It could be so close to someone around here. They're not telling me, but they're feeling here that where you're going in life in front of you is you need steadying, and you need to be the pillar, not to be too wavy like the flowers, so to speak, here, where you're too open. And the lilac here is lovely. It's a lovely energy. Just want to go to a chain round your neck, please. I want to go to a chain round your neck, and I want to get a symbol of peace, symbol of purity, she's saying, they're saying to me here. And also they are, yes, they want to give you bags of travel. So if you're traveling away somewhere, thinking you're going somewhere, then absolutely fabulous. Great. Okay, that's what I pick up so far. Helen, over to you.
Well, when you said the colour lilac, I got a female energy coming through singing Lilac Wine, like Elkie Brooks did.
Okay.
And the female energy gave me, she didn't say who she was, but she put a packet of opal fruits in my hand. And she said to tell the person on the earth plane not to stick with one colour. You have to have a bit of each.
Okay.
You can't stick with one, you've got to have a bit of each. So we all know that different colours mean different things to me, as we would to you, Phil, and to the person. But we've got to remember a bit of colour of each. Then I got Diana Ross singing, My World Is Empty Without You, Babe. But it was the lady singing to this person on the earth plane. So whether the name Diana or just the song to the lady here means something. I also got November and December is very significant for her. And in the new year,
yes,
there's been a bit of a hiccup, but don't worry, hiccups make you thrive, as the old-fashioned saying said about babies. You have to have the hiccups to thrive. But this lady's got a lovely energy, and I feel it was very close. She's not telling me what relationship she is to the person on the earth plane. Normally I'll get something, but she's not, because it's not for me to know.
No.
So the person on the earth plane will know, I don't know. But my world is empty without you, babe. And this earth plane person needs to start playing different kinds of music and not maudlin songs. Got to get a bit upbeat more, I'm being told. And also, she knows she's got the earrings.
Oh, bless. Yes, bless. Okay, yes. This is lovely. I get to feel all that, but I first of all get it, be the pillar. Be the pillar. Lovely. Well, first of all, she just says, yes. What good feedback can you get better than yes? Great stuff. Right, okay, let's have a look now. Loads of people come in to say hello. Remy, good evening to you. Love it to see you too. Sabine, hey you too. Whatever it means. I can't carry on with that. Anyway, and loads of other people come in to say hello. Also, someone else comes up here. We got, okay, this is a very interesting name. This is Halalisha Snowden. Okay. All right, so we'll come back to you in just a bit. We're just working through as people have come through. And okay, Natalie, white, colour, yellow. Am I getting on the right path? Natalie White, colour yellow. Oh, sorry, your name's Natalie White. There's me thinking it was white colour.
Never change, Phil, never change.
Sorry. Oh, dear. Oh, that's too funny. Thank you very much. Too funny. Okay, Natalie, no, very nice to meet you this evening. And okay, where do I want to go here? Well, first of all, I want to talk about new keys here. And so we talk about pathway. Maybe there's a new pathway you're going to get to a front door. But I'll just pick up new keys first of all. I'd also like to talk about, would you understand a gentleman by the name of Reg? And I want to talk about coal, and I want to talk about bunkers, and I want to talk about a lovely man, really funny man, that he thought he was serious, but everybody else thought that he was a really funny man. But yes, I get this particular gentleman. Now, I was going to introduce this first of all, and then I'm going to throw this over over to Helen and see where we go there. But I just want to say, just a minute, Natalie, I get a feeling here of something about a new home, feeling of being very settled. I want to tell you here about love in front of you, here. And would you understand, Natalie, about something like, okay, who's got the baby in their arms, please? The baby in their arms. I'm moving a baby in their arms. And no, lovely energy, lovely energy. Okay, yes, okay, Helen, I'm going to pass it over to you because it's lovely to have you on the show, and I get you working.
I had a gentleman and a lady coming together holding hands, so they're obviously a couple. And I want to say it's on the person on the earth plane on the mother's side of the family that this couple come from.
Okay.
You talked about keys, and then the lady said to me, yes, she's the key to her own success. She is the key. There's only her that can open the box to see what's inside, whether it's symbolic or it's a meaning for the earth recipient. But these two people, oh, they were so in love, so in love. I want to give May and I want to give August, and especially I want to give around Easter time, because they're giving me now loads of daffodils. Daffodils, again, is for sunshine. It's, I believe, spring, new life. Oh, there's already been new life, I've been told, but just listen, because there will be another one.
Yes.
I don't predict, but there's another one. I have to say now, the lady's telling me that she lost 2. So that's 2. One's already here, and there's another one coming.
Okay.
And Christmas time is very relevant because they're jingling the bells, the little bells. And the earth person, I've forgotten the name, I'm awfully sorry, but we'll listen out when the Christmas decorations are out. If you've got any little bells out, just listen, because you're going to get a tink, tink, tink if you've not had it already.
I'll look out for tink, tink, tink as well. we could all do the tink, tink, tink. Now, this is interesting here. Natalie, it's lovely messages there, Helen. Love your readings, I really do. Natalie, would you also understand here? I've got a lady here who'd like to come through. She just stepped forwards. This is a friend. This is not a family member, but this is a lady who lost her life. But I get the feeling here, whatever it is, it was very quick. She passed over fast, and she's got lovely hair, beautiful looking lady. And she just wants to step forwards. Now, if I said a name here, would you understand somebody do like Y, like Yaz or Yasmin or something like this here? But I get this lovely lady, just focusing mainly on this lady. She's stepping forwards here, and she wants to give you books, and she also wants to give you coloured paper here. And I pick up here, would you understand here you've got to do writing of some kind? And would you understand you've got to do something here, Natalie, which is to give you a little bit of, it's something to do with an idea you've got, or expression, or something creative that she wants to bring to you. But she says here, she looks down at a little boy and she's over the moon. But I agree, I get the feeling that there's someone else coming as well. Something else is coming. Anyway, as I pick up that too, I'd also like to say here, there's, yes, good luck. Good luck is what I want to say to you here. Good luck. This lady here just steps forward. And also, I forgot to say, all the spirit guides come in tonight. If you're working on spirituality, you're on the right path because you've got a monk with you. And they always work with you to try and work on a spiritual path. Am I getting on the right path? If you're working spiritually, definitely. Yes. Okay, good. Right, okay. Right, I'm just getting messages through from the producer. She is saying here, just come back to this now. Right. Carmina Faulkner would like this question put forward for tomorrow's astrology show as well. Okay, so are we going to Carmina next? Is that where we're going to now? Let's have a look here. Okay, I'm going to come on to Remy. Good evening. Oh, and just to that, Laura says here, lots of evidence. Thank you both. So that's lovely. Okay, Remy, very good evening to you, and hope you're well in your neck of the woods, wherever that is. And okay, let me just pick up here. Do you want to go on this? Do you want to start this off? Do you want to start, or do you want me to start this off?
I don't mind, whatever you want to do.
Go on, you have a lovely go with Remy. She just feels like a lovely energy.
Right. I have a lady that's coming through now, and she's making me feel I'm sat on the chair, but I feel very sick, so I feel there's a condition around here. It took a while to take her, and I'm just been told to say, don't remember that. Don't remember that. Remember the good times. Remember, there's a lot of emotion around this person, but she's pleading, please don't remember me as as a past. Remember me before that, because there's lots of fun and laughter, and I can see a pair of not stiletto heels, but like kitten heels, dancing, as though the lady loved dancing, and she's saying, I'm still dancing now. I'm being told that she's having different partners up there. I don't know what that means, or if it's a bit of a joke.
Good on you, girl.
Partners dancing around. That's how she wants to feel. And right. She's telling me now that the person who's receiving this message is been led a merry dance.
That's where I was going to go.
Somebody's leading her a merry dance, and she needs to step back and take stock of what is happening, because she'll get swept away on the wave of things, and it's not right. Stand back and listen. I was going to say, well, I don't know if it is. I just listened to your mother, I was being told. But stand back and look. She said what she's wanted to say, and now she's off.
Okay. It's interesting you say about the stomach stuff and something going wrong around the stomach digestive system area. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I really pick up. I know exactly what you mean there. I understand about the merry dance. Would you understand the merry dance has mainly come through men rather than women? That's where I pick up that part there has been. And I also would like to say here too, Remy, is you've got lovely energy. Would you understand that you love to be creative? Music, dance, all this energy I pick up with you, and the need to go and travel, but you've been restricted in this somewhere, very restricted. And I also want to pick up about a young boy here somewhere, whether this is your son or but this is a very young boy, and sometimes things are not been easy. People haven't seen the same way of life that you have, and sometimes you're blaming yourself. And I get the feeling here not to blame yourself in any way, shape, or form. I think really it's sometimes life doesn't always bring us the partners or the direction that we want at the meantime, but later on the right one comes through. So I get a feeling here, just take it easy. It's almost like let life come towards you a little bit rather than feeling you've got to go out to life and you've got to change everything. And being in your own power is a beautiful place. People fit in with you. You don't fit in with them. Yes. Okay. Right. Right. The producer says, if you have enjoyed your message, please post a comment on the Cafe Clairvoyance page. Please like the Cafe Clairvoyance page and share our free show. Now, when you say you go on the Cafe Clairvoyance page, this is down on the review section. If you go down the left-hand side, there's a view tab there. You'll find a lot of people have left comments before, and we would really appreciate something there. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, right. Let's go and have... and Remy says, very true, very true. Remy says, let's really get out there. Go enjoy your life, young lady. And I think here that don't worry about people trying to judge people. Everybody's very good at that, but the only judge is you. Judges you. Everybody else is just fun. Right. Okay, let's come back here. Let's have a little look. Nat, where am I going here now? I'm just looking for... let's go to Marisaka. Marisaka, hello, good evening. I know.
Not Musaka.
Musaka. No, I didn't say Musaka. What you say? That's it. I'm giving up. I did not say Musaka. That's it. It's all gone to pot now. Hang on. What's in this?
Can I
Okay.
just, before you give any information out, at the beginning of the show when I was talking about my friend that took me to the spiritualist church, well, it was Mariska, and I know a lot about Mariska, so I feel I should sit back on this one. Do you understand what I mean?
That means I've got to
Not
do all the bloody work.
Babushka, but I've give you readings and I know things about you, and I don't think it would be fair to do it. But she's the one that got me into this.
Well, what can we say? A big, big, big round of applause to Mariska. Thank you very much for getting Helen into this. Without this, we wouldn't have had Helen doing this tonight. That'd be fine. And I think as well, you need a bit of this, Mariska. And to Helen, let's give you a little bit of this. That's it. Because life's a party, isn't it? Life's a party. Life's a party. Brilliant. Okay, Mariska. Well, I'm going to work on this here because I quite like your energy here. First of all, I want to talk about computers. I want to get everything digital. I want to talk about new computers. And I also want to talk about getting your mind into a new frame of working. Wow, this is all coming through super fast. Don't nod. If you nod, it puts me off.
Oh, sorry.
Because if you go like that and I'm getting it right like that, that's going to really throw me that well. Anyway, so she's given me a new direction. And she's also, sorry, this is what I get here from Spirit One. I've also got a lovely lady here with a chatterbox, absolute chatterbox. In fact, I've got two ladies. They're like sisters. I've got two ladies like sisters who want to come piling through. And I say piling through. They're so fast in their energy. They want to come over here because they're both very strong, very opinionated, and would you understand here that you've decided not to tell everybody about what's going on in your life? Like you've decided to just go zip, just come back a little bit and be a little bit more private to yourself. Almost as though people are taking advantage of the fact a little bit that you are opening up here a little bit too much. Would you understand that a little bit? Just hold yourself back in there a little bit. Now, they're also wanting to come through and say to me here, because they love you, they absolutely adore watching you. And would you understand that you're the instigator to make people laugh, to make people enjoy themselves? You're the one who stirs up the energy to lift people and get them going, because that's what they're telling me. And they're also saying to me here, but there's a new career training coming ahead. There's something new which is going to step you up and get you into a very good place. But it's something here. It's almost like you were saying to myself here, well, I would never wanted to do this. I would never have judged to go and do this. But whatever's coming on in front of you, it's going to be mighty good, to say the least, and I think you'll enjoy the work that you're going to be doing here. So great fun. I think this is going to be magic. But I've got two ladies here, and one of them here says that she had she just showed me too much information. But she had loads of issues like sickness in her digestive system. It's almost like she says, I was continually going, bleh, because she was so ill, but it's just saying it well, charming. Anyway, she showed me this energy here, and the other one here says that she had a very bad back, but there's something wrong with the mind that went here, something wrong with the mind. Whether this is like dementia or stroke or an area like this, I'm not the doctor, so I can't go into it exactly. But this one over here just says here, she's throwing up, she's very ill, very uncomfortable, but they're both there and they're both wishing to come through to give you a lot of guidance here. Now, would you understand here too that you need to wait a little while before looking at homes or changing things, because the opportunity, the benefit, or the progress of this isn't there yet. It's not the right timing. It's almost like you've got to wait for something to happen. It's almost like here, for instance, when you say you're about to leave a job here, and you leave a job, and you go, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, the company makes a lot of people redundant and they get the money, but you don't. I'm not saying you're leaving your job. I'm just saying here, regarding properties, regarding what you're doing, moves, anything like this here, just hold on, because of an opportunity that's coming that's going to help you. And I've just heard a lovely big gentleman just come out beside me here. I'm not good with foreign names, but all I've got to say here is it looks like a bee, a big bee, this chap here with very dark hair and a very happy man. Wants to send loads of love to you, but he understands that he wasn't particularly easy man to get on with or to be loved or even loved back. But he's just saying here he really is loving you now. So hopefully that helps her a little bit. Okay. Where are we now? Where are we now? Right. Okay. Right. How are we doing so far? I think we're doing all right. Ah, there we go. Right. Okay. So, Rosa, I hope that helped you. That's me. Yes, that's me. Timing. That's me. Good. Right. Okay. Tonya. Tonya has come through and she says, general reading, general message, please. Red, general message. I love that one earlier. Natalie White. White and yellow. I think that was hilarious. Sorry, Natalie, I do apologise. Sorry, it just looked so close when the two were together. I know the producer's going to say to me here, can you not read? Can you not read? Right, okay. Okay, red general message, please. Tonya, as I'm picking up your energy coming through, okay, actually, I'm going to throw this over to Helen. Helen, what would you like to say here, first of all? Tonya, just going to say her name. Tonya.
When you said the name Tonya, I had a gentleman coming through and he's making me cough. Take that off. This gentleman, I have to say, his personality, he was quite staid and steadfast in his ways. If he thought that he was going to do something one way, that's the way it was going to be done. No one else could have input into it. But that's just the way he was. He wasn't bolshy. It was just the way he was. He liked things doing proper, and he was a bit of a perfectionist. Again, he's making me cough, so I feel he had a bad cough before I went. He also gives me the name Joseph and the name Bill, whether it's his names or people in spirit that belong to him. He's also telling me that he's met the young man that took his own life, and as I do that, they'll know what it means. I don't have to say the word, right? But yeah, the coughing again, the coughing, and yeah, I can smell cigarettes really bad. Although the cigarettes were put away, but it was too late. Right. He's talking about a shop. And he's still watching all the time. All the time he watches. And the person on the earth plane here is being too indecisive. You've got to make your mind up. You can't think one thing and think another. Make your mind up and do it. Because if he was here, that's how it would be done. You need a push, a push, a push. The colour red, you said, did you? People say red for danger, red for this, but the red here is for this person's energy levels that need boosting. I have to say, we're red. The gentleman's saying we're red because it will boost you, and you know, eat things red. That will also help you. Sometimes I have to tell this person it's mind over matter for them.
I think, yeah.
Jokes and says it's mine and you don't matter, but that's just a bit of a joke. That his personality, and that's how it would be. Oh, right, he's talking about birds now in cages, showing me birds. Now, whether she had the birds and he didn't like them, or he liked the birds and she didn't, because I'm getting mixed feelings with birds here. And now he's just petted a dog that is on the earth plane, just petted it. It's quite a big one. Yes,
I get this, man. I really get it. I'm picking him up now as well. Would you understand there, Tonya, about a heavy smoking, very heavy smoking, a wheezing chest here, and a man here who he was a very difficult man, very set in his ways, very, very set in his ways, the way he's coming across here. I also get the feeling here, I'll split it absolutely with Helen there, because I get the feeling that there's also something to do with, yes, you making decisions about where you're going, but not waiting for other people, not relying on other people. It's your own decisions. And I think that's what's going to take you forwards. But no, I think you're going to be in a better place quite soon. Happier place, happier life. Yes. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, right. Let's go on to another one here and let's have a look. Let's go on to Sonia. Sonia Gentle, green. Not sure what direction my spirit guides want me to go in with my spirit work. Okay, well, the first thing I'm doing is getting candles. I'm getting candles here. First thing I get is, would you understand here Okay, there is a bit of mediumship coming up with you, and I also pick up here there is a lot to do with believing in the peace that you can bring people. That's what I'm hearing first of all. And I've got a lady here who wants to show me here. She said she was like a mother to you, but she wasn't your mother. This is interesting here. Yes, that's what I pick up. She's showing me here an energy around you. She's showing me here she wasn't your mother, but she's like one. And she's also saying to me here, she says here, there's a house with a leaking roof. House with a leaking roof, wherever this is. Wherever this is. And she showed me too here to say to you that she wants to give you a hug and just say, come on, cheer up. And she's looking to say here is like, forget that lot and move forwards. Forget that lot and move forwards. When I'm looking at this energy with you, Sonia, I would say here, especially with the green is very healing. It's about new beginnings. And it really is about beginnings. But there's a need to work. It's interesting to say what spirit guides want you to go in with your spirit work is the need to work from your soul. It's the need to get your soul, the feeling that you're energized in your soul, clear in here, clear in this energy here, to feeling that what you're doing is good. It's almost like you've been made to feel bad over things. That's what I pick up here, and to just, whoa, get that stuff off. And now this is to do with someone around you, barking bogs. Barking. I've never had a bog that barks. That'd be interesting. I'm not sitting on that one. Anyway, barking dogs, but barking dogs or that don't bite. They just bark. Okay, right. That's what I want to pick up there. So, yes, what would you like to say there, Helen?
When you spoke about candles, I too picked up a lady who said the candle is already lit to show you the way.
Yes.
I then showed angels, and I never get angels, but I feel that this person is going to work with angels, whether it's angel cards or angels themselves. And the name Kath connects with the person. The gateway's there. You just have to walk through it. You've got to have the confidence to go through. I know she picked the colour green, the calming and that, but this person can be a bit emotional. And that's why she's not confident enough. Take heed and listen that the lady in spirit is going to be your guide. And the name Kath connects. Tell her to look back and look for Kath, because this is who's talking, and she will help her go through. But it's not going to be this it, it's here and that's it. The way's already lit. You just have to find your own way. But angels, think of angels, because that's going to be very much around this person. That's all I got, really.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. I love that energy you got there. Right. Okay. Now that's Sonia, hopefully that helps you. I was picking up something else then. Oh yeah. Would you understand someone called Mo or Moses? Mo or Moses? And I want to pick up here to say an energy that they're watching you. And it's about, this is about you doing the work for yourself. For yourself. Not what everybody else wants to know. Okay, Honey Monster wants to know, Debs, what's in his coffee cup? Thank you very much, Honey Monster. Ellie says, lovely show. Thank you, Ellie. Yes. And Sonia says, thank you so much. And, oh, lovely to hear from you. Look at you. You're back up here. Yes or no? Colour, tan, black. What? Yes or no? Well, excuse me. What a question. Not, what's this? It's just scratch one out. Yes or no? Right. Okay. Let's just come back up here, and we're going to have a word with Natalie. Natalie Nichols. Hello, Natalie. Natalie. Black. Any messages, please? Black. Any messages? Now, if I looked at the colour black and went for messages, and I went into this particular area here, oh, I tell you what, here you have got more power than what you know. Oh, I'm being driven up from behind me here to push forwards to say to you here, any messages? Yes, get moving. Get going. Whatever it is you need to go and do to get your life going. Crikey, the energy here to push you is like a freight train behind me saying here, take your feet off the brake and go with the accelerator. Any messages? Wow. just do what you've got to go and do, Natalie, because I think you've got a phenomenal energy around you, and I think you should really go for it. Go for it. Now I'm going to pass over to you because it's lovely to have you on the show, and yes. So what else comes up there? Well, what would you like to say, Helen?
Well, black for me is a good colour. People think, oh, black, but black absorbs all the other colours.
It does.
And I feel that this person has been in the background for most of the time. And like you say, now it's their turn. And as I'm talking to you, I've got a young female energy coming through now, a young one.
Yeah.
Now, if it wasn't this lady's sister, it was like a sister to her, because she's talking to me and she's telling me that she ached all over.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means, just that she ached all over. The person will know what it means, but that's gone now. That's gone. And like you said, she needs pushing because she stood in the back. I feel she stood in the background. Yeah, okay. This young woman was saying yes because she was, can I say, a dark mood. There's been a dark mood around this person. Well, now the mood needs to lift because the dark will absorb all the colours. Throw open, like a cape, throw open the two pieces of the cape, and you've got to go forward now. Now is your time. If you delay it, then you're only delaying your progression to move on from whatever it is.
Absolutely.
And the name Tina and the name Christine. I know one name comes off the other, but the two names, one Tina and one Christine.
You can't get more definite than that. I think that's lovely. What a lovely message. Absolutely beautiful message there. And okay, thank you very much. If that means anything to you there, please. Well, actually, we feel it does without being arrogant. We really feel that the love is there to give to you guys out there, and to bring on that energy to you both. So from us both here to you. But I really get that shove, that whoom. As soon as I saw that your name there, the colour black, and any message, yes, the message is to just drive forwards, go forwards. Please leave reviews, guys, in the Facebook. If you really enjoyed what you saw tonight, it'll be a pleasure for you to write a review. And also, if you want to join the Cafe Clairvoyance page, and also like the group and join the group, and away we go. Bob's your uncle.
I was to finish that off, but it was a bit rude.
I know. I wondered if you're going to. I thought I'll let her.
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and Dick's your best friend.
Love it. Guys, just say it's been an absolutely fantastic show. I've so enjoyed being on Helen. The hour just goes by within minutes. He just seems to just... Oh, yeah. Thank you. A lovely show as always. See you next time. Producers, thank you. A great show tonight. And lovely messages, both of you. Helen, Debs, thank you very much. So everybody. And Sonia, thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, Julie, if you want to come on, Bormans come on tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're on at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock Spain time, 10 o'clock UK. And send in your date of birth. We don't reveal it on the screen. Send in your date of birth, favourite colour, and a question. Not yes or no. We want to do a bit of work, not just yes or no. Come on now. Anyway, yes, we do want to do a proper question because it's more exciting, isn't it? Anyway, and yes, so we're all saying thank you so much, and that's wonderful. Okay, so Helen, we'll be seeing each other again soon. And I'm sure we'll do a pop-up or something together. I think we should whilst we're over here and just have a bit of a giggle, shouldn't we? Eh? Yeah. Anyway, you never know what may happen, guys. You never know what may happen on Friday.
Oh God!
Friday. You never know what may happen Friday. You may have a bit of a surprise. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, Paul Sarah says, great show. Time flies when you are on. See you all tomorrow. It's lovely. It's lovely. So many of you guys. No, that's to you. That's to Paul.
Next time, I'll see him.
Sorry, say it again.
Tell him I want him to wear his cowboy hat next time I see him.
Yes, go wear his cowboy hat. That's right. There's a story behind this. Yes. Is it a Honey Monster or Woody? One of the two. Woody for the Toy Story. Anyway, thank you all very, very much. We're trying to say goodbye a bit. There's too much chat going on. And see you guys very, very soon. Have a lovely, lovely evening. See you all very soon. Bye, and take care. Thank you very much for joining us there. And yes, I'm just looking for my... Oh, there we go. There's music. There we go. Cheerio.